To determine the density of a liquid, we are going to use a pipette to measure out a known quantity of liquid and then measure its mass. So let's take a look at the pipettes we're going to use. This is a pipette. If I move it across, you can see we got the top of the pipette. We go down the tip of the pipette, which is tapered, where we're going to place into the liquid that we're going to draw up. There's a wide portion of the pipette down at the middle so that we can have a pipette that's not too long but still get the volume we want. This particular pipette is a 5 milliliter volumetric pipette. It is only useful for measuring 5 milliliters. If you see just to the left of the 5 milliliter mark, you see a brown band. That is the band that indicates the 5 milliliter volume. When we draw our liquid up into this pipette, we're going to be trying to draw it up until the meniscus sits right on top of that line. To fill the pipette, we are going to use a pipette pump. The pipette pump, you have a thumb wheel, roll it down. It's going to cause the plunger to go up, which is going to suck liquid. It's going to create suction at the other end where it's attached to the pipette, drawing the liquid up into the pipette. We will actually draw the liquid up until it's above the line, and then take off the pump and replace it with our finger or thumb, and then using pressure of our finger or thumb, gently release the pressure of our thumb or finger until the meniscus drops down on the line and press down hard, and then we can take it over to our receiving vessel to collect the liquid. Now, before we take a look at the actual process, one more thing to take a look at on the pipette. Notice next to the 5 milliliters, it also has TD. That stands for to deliver. This device is calibrated so when used properly, it will deliver 5 milliliters. And it will deliver it with a precision of plus or minus 0.02 milliliters. So for significant figure purposes, for the volume of the liquid that we are using in experiment 1 with this pipette, you will want to record a value of 5.00 milliliters. So let's go ahead and take a look at using this pipette. Let me reset things and we'll go ahead and take a look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate how to use the pipette. Now, because of the angle of my camera and the distance, I wasn't able to quite get the little wheel at the top in there, but this thumb wheel is what I'm actually going to be rolling down to suck the liquid up. So I place my pipette down into the liquid that I want to suck up, and I start sucking it up by rolling the wheel down, and you can see the liquid going up. It's about halfway through the major area there right now, and I continue to suck it up. Now my calibration mark is actually here, but I've sucked the liquid up past that so that when I switch out the pump for my finger or thumb, I'll be able to do so without the liquid dropping too far. So I'm going to do that real quick. Let me reposition my camera. Sorry, hope I'm not making everybody a little motion sick. But I now have my pipette If you look closely, the liquid level's all the way up here. I want to bring it down to where the line is right below that. Let me try repositioning this so you can actually see it a little bit better. All right. And still working out some of the technology here. But you can see the line there, the liquid level is above that. What I'm going to do is, holding the pipette above the reservoir that I took it out of, I'm going to go ahead and just carefully ease up the pressure of my finger till the liquid level slowly starts to drop. And if I do it carefully, I can let it drop and then stop it as best I can where the meniscus is right on the little line. Now I didn't quite get it there, so I'm going to try it again. I'll draw the liquid up slightly more. And I might have to do this off camera to do it precisely. I'm going to hold it up actually right in front of my eyes. And I'll slowly drop the liquid down. And now I have my liquid where the meniscus is right on that little calibration line. So when I let this drain, it should deliver exactly 5 milliliters. So I take it to another beaker. Now this beaker, I'm actually, in the process, we'll actually weigh it before we put the liquid in, but then I just let the liquid go. I remove my finger from the top of it, the liquid's starting to drain. I let gravity do all the work. I do not put the pump back on and try to force the liquid out. I definitely don't use it like a straw or a blowgun. And the liquid drips down. Now, at the very end, there's a little drop hanging from the end of the pipette. I'll get rid of that by touching the inside of the beaker. But if you look closely at the bottom of the pipette, maybe a little difficult to see here because it's a colorless liquid, but there is a tiny bit of liquid still in the tip. That is supposed to be there. That is the part that is calibrated for. Don't try to blow that out and add it to your sample. So that's the way we're going to use the pipette, and I'm not going to show this every time with the data. I'm going to show it in the next video for the densities of the liquids, but that is the basic process.